Kia resides within your district. How has Kia affected the district, and what role do you see it playing in the future?
Well, Kia greatly affected our community. In fact, when Bill and I retired here, we came to a very laid-back, lazy community where we could stand in the middle of Webb Road, talk for 30 minutes to our neighbor, and never have a car pass us. That is one of the issues that was brought up just recently at a work session before the Board of Commissioners, where the traffic that comes down Adams Road, now where there have been 8 accidents in the last year, is a real problem for that residential road. And the commissioners have been asked to address that along with the county engineer. And that's just one road. Gabbettville Road, the same way. So the traffic has greatly affected the community. The other thing is that when you have a factory in an area that was primarily pastoral, bucolic land with rolling hills and beautiful barns, and that's what one was used to looking at. And now you have factory, and then we have another supplier that's being built in that area. It greatly affects the whole community in a way that one just has to accept that that's the way the county is going as far as inviting industry to come. And the issues there, I think the taxes should have been full force. I think they should have paid 100% of their property taxes, just like all of the residents who live in Troup County have to pay their full share of their property tax assessment. And then perhaps even the economy would have been better. The school system would have been better. They pay 50%, of course, of their school taxes. Should have been 100%. I think we're paying 100% of ours when we pay our taxes.
Thank you. Tim?
I feel like the Kia is an absolute blessing to this county. I think it came at a great time. I was honored to work on that project when it came through. I had received several letters when I was chairman of the commission that West Point Stevens was closing, possibly a line boat laying off, and things like that at schedule. And so I think this was good. I've always been an automobile buff all my life. Now, I've got a second reason I like it. But I think it came in, they did the best they could with the area as far as the looks of it. But I think in the long run that it'll be a blessing to us even more when the taxes get settled out and we start getting some of that income back in the economy. And that'll help the most. But I haven't seen any negatives to it. I see all positive to it, and I'm just proud it's here. But we just have to kind of bear with the taxes on it till they roll on down, and we'll get a big benefit out of it.
Ashley?
I agree with Mr. Duffy. I think it has been a blessing to our community. Our unemployment rate is still high, but I can't imagine where it would be without Kia. They brought over 8,000 jobs, including suppliers, to this area. They may not be paying the full amount of taxes, but I also can't imagine where our school system would be without the amount that they do pay. There's a lot of opportunity for growth, even within Kia and the suppliers going forward. So I'm really glad that we've got Kia in our community.
Lewis?
Well, as far as Kia is concerned, I can see it as nowhere but a plus for this community. I could bet there'd be a million different communities in this country that would love to have a Kia in their area. When it's said that Kia doesn't supply a lot of money, you know, they don't pay their fair share. They may not pay their fair share, but you know, the facts are the facts. They paid almost since 2007, for my information, almost a little over $10 million to the tax base of this county. Now, granted, the vast majority of that went to the school system, but with our tax, I mean, with the economy the way it's been, and our school system the way that it's in the situation as it is now, I would, really question where we would be today without Kia. I'm thankful for Kia, and I am a supporter of drawing more industry to Troup County and helping our citizens have jobs and make them want to stay in Troup County, because that's what I'm all about. I've lived here for, my family's lived here for almost 100 years. I want my son to live here. I want my grandchildren to live here. And in order to do that, we're gonna have to be productive and we're gonna have to be advanced. And that's, that's just part of life. We have to change.
Trip?
Please repeat that question in full again.
Kia resides within your district. How has Kia affected the district, and what role do you see it playing in the future?
Okay, first of all, I think Kia has had a most positive impact on Troup County, Georgia, and most specifically in the West Point area and in District 3. As it pertains to jobs, Kia has brought a lot of jobs to Troup County. I don't believe they brought all the jobs that it was perceived in the beginning. It's not even close. However, they did add value to our community. There are a lot of positive things that I can say about Kia tonight, but the thing is, for the Troup County residents, I think there's some other things that need to be addressed quickly in this county concerning the Kia plan. First of all, as Mrs. Gilmore had mentioned earlier in this questioning, some of the traffic that's brought to these roads, we can't avoid that. But let me tell you what we can do. We can strictly enforce these roads and keep these people at or below the speed limit. That is a doable thing. That's not currently happening right now. There's been several wrecks on the roads. There's been fatalities, and unfortunately, I had to work some of those fatalities in the past, okay? Lastly, a gentleman named Mr. Searcy approached the county commission just a few weeks ago, and he voiced his concern. He gave them most specific data as to how many cars have wrecked just on his road alone on Adams Road. And to this date, I have no knowledge of any enforcement being done in that area. So Kia, although they brought a lot of positive things, there's some negative things that are directly affecting the property owners, the taxpayers that pay 100% of their taxes in Troup County, that need to be addressed. These taxpayers deserve that, and I think something needs to be done appropriately concerning that. But I am thankful that Kia did come to town.
Thank you. Oh, Dee Dee, my apology.
No problem.
I appreciate you speaking up. Go ahead.
I demand equal time.
You get it. And well, you should.
I would just like to say I concur with the majority of the candidates on their answer that Kia has been a blessing to this community. We all know what happened when the, can you hear me? We all know what happened when the textile industry just dissipated. And we would have, I heard projection that we would have had 30+% unemployment had it not been for Kia. So I'm certainly personally grateful for Kia and what it means to the community. The economic development recruiting process is very, very competitive. There are communities that would love to have a Kia come to their area. In order to make this community what we would like for it to be, it's truly an exceptional community already. But in order for us to build upon what it is and make it even better for us in terms of quality of life, we're going to have jobs. We're going to have smart growth. You know, some people might say you don't want things to change. It was this way when I moved here 10 years ago. The only constant is change. Things are going to change. We're going to grow. We need to seize the opportunity to take this community where we would like to see it go. We need to be deliberate and intentional about how we grow. And I like to think of it as smart growth, strategic growth. So Kia has come. It meant more jobs. It meant people have an opportunity to work in this community, stay in this community, and hopefully we will continue to grow and build upon what it has meant to us. Thank you.
Thank you.